Hey, Mama. It is your friendly neighborhood, holy wise woman, coming at you live from the truck. I want to talk choices. I don't feel that women as a whole, I don't care what age you are, race you are, any of that stuff, I don't feel that we are given enough choices. A lot of times this stuff is taken from us. And I like to think of my sisters down in the States right now, where their choice of bodily autonomy, whether that is requiring birth control or requiring an abortion for whatever reason, any and all of that stuff, the choice has been taken away from them. So what can we do for choices that we have control of? Well, we have control over our mindset and whether we're going to be positive, negative, are we going to do X or are we going to do Y? And each option will take us down a different path, and we have to choose which path we go down. We have a choice to listen to the beauty industry telling us that we are not thin enough, that we are too fat, that we need implants, that we need cosmetic surgery, that we need to wear or have, this latest and greatest skincare product so that we can remain young and youthful forever. We have choices in how we parent our children. We have choices in how we educate or, get educated. I know in some places maybe that isn't a choice. But I think the biggest choice that we have right now that we need to have the courage to follow through on is, what are we going to listen to? Where are we going to spend our time? Are we going to choose to listen to something like the beauty industry tell us that we have to have this latest and greatest skincare product or the latest and greatest makeup, whatever, or that we have to follow this trend, right? They are obsessed with youth, but let's be real, we are all aging. And I actually feel more myself now at 52 than I have ever felt in my entire life. I am choosing to not listen when they say that youth is the best. Youth is great. I had a blast in my 20s. I had a lot of fun. 30s, maybe not so much, but I had fun in my 20s. But now, in my 40s and 50s, that comes wisdom. And with wisdom comes a whole other slew of stuff that I don't even know I would have been interested in hearing about in my 20s. So for me now, the choice is, I am going to accept my wrinkles. I'm going to accept my double chin that I can't stand. And I am going to accept that I don't agree with the beauty standards or the beauty industry saying that thin is in. I've had a child and I had him late. So I'm going to have curves and I'm going to have a little bit of gushy squishy around my metal that I don't know if any amount of dieting pills or exercise will get rid of, nor do I care. I am going to own my battle scars, and I am going to wear what I want, when I want, and if a trend doesn't suit me, then to hell with the trend. I am going to make my own rules for how I dress, why I dress that way, and that is my choice. And that is a choice that I will very proudly make. So, I would love to know in the comments, or DM me if you don't want it to be public, what kind of choices do you think you didn't get to make and what choices you would like to make? Most of the choices that we get to make, that we have control over, is around our identity, who we think we are, who we want to be, and what we wear. So I would love to start the conversation on being bolder with our choices and using our voice to showcase all of that. Who's with me? Midlife Revolution.